our reviews, let's start today by a book or a film because they are mostly similar. Okay, so if you write a book review or a film review, book review and film review both includes a storyline. Storyline, it means includes something to talk about, and the storyline is the descriptive part in the review. So there is a description paragraph in which we tell the reader about what happens in this book or what happens in this film. Okay, number 2, you will comment on the book. What is the best thing that you liked, or what is the worst thing that you disliked? Okay, and the final paragraph is always your recommendations. Okay, these are 3 main elements for any review writing. If it's a book, a film, a place, occasion, course, whatever the thing is being reviewed, the structure is the same. So again, what is the structure? The structure is our introduction. Then in body 1, what we write a description or information, facts, about the thing you are reviewing. And in body 2, you evaluate the strengths and the weaknesses, let's say opinion and comments. Finally, in the conclusion, what will you write? You will write your recommendation and final impression. This is the structure of any review. I hope the structure is clear. Any question about this layout that I wrote on the screen? Yara wa Abdurrahman wa Ali, is it clear, inshallah?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Ali or Yara, clear? If you can't talk, you can send a message. Okay, let's start by the introduction. How can I start my introduction? Read Abdurrahman.
A rhetorical question. Have you tried to get rid of boredom? Are you ready for the most thrilling books ever? If
Okay.
you
until here, Abdurrahman, this is one way to begin your introduction as regular, to start by what? A strong rhetorical question like one of these 2. Have you tried to get rid of boredom? Are you ready for the most thrilling book ever? Or you can start what? Generally. How can we start generally here? Read. Read, Abdurrahman.
Start generally but strongly. If you think of a marvelous way of entertainment, so is the only option. The majority...
Yeah, here we write the name of the book or the name of the film. Yes.
The majority of people are looking for a comedy movie to cheer. Is one of the Oscar winners in 2021. Thousands of people are looking for how to escape from their daily stresses. They consider reading as one of their soothers.
Yes, he means reading here also is the name of the film, the name of the book, sorry. Reading the book as one of their soothers, which means comforts. Soother means something that comforts you or relax you, okay? So these are 3 different ways to start your introduction with. After you grab the reader's attention by a general statement or by a rhetorical question, what should you write? you will give some basic information or background about the thing that you are reviewing. For example, if you are writing about a film or a book, tell me what is the name of the book, the author of the book, the date of publishing, the type of the book. What I mean by these four, the name of the book is clear. The author is the writer who wrote this book. The date of publishing, write any date. By the way, we don't care here if you write about a real book or a real film. You can invent or make up your book or make up your film. Okay, so we don't care about the authenticity or the reality of the film. Okay, the type of the book, it means its genre, what kind of book it is. And we have different kinds of books, like if the book is romance book or political book, or it is thrillers or adventure book. The film is the same, by the way. Comedy or tragedy or documentary. This is about films, by the way. Okay, so you find a word that describes what kind of the film is or what kind of the book is. I guess this part is clear. So again, the basic information are what again? The name of the book or the film, who is the author, the date of publishing, and finally the type or the kind of the book or the film. So now you finished your introduction. Okay, let's see an example. When you write these details, be sure that you are not listing them. What I mean by listing them, like you write the name of the movie, okay, and follow it directly by the name of the author, follow it directly by the date of publishing, follow it directly by the kind of the book, but try to separate them by some descriptive words. Pay attention to this rule. In review writing, you must sound descriptive. How to be descriptive? By using strong adjectives. Okay, adjectives like what? Like the ones we displayed in the beginning of the session here. You can describe something that it's gripping, or it is fast-paced, second-rate, eye-opening. It means very surprising. Okay.
Sir, can you show us again what you were writing? I want to take a screenshot of.
The screen is not shared, ya Abdurrahman?
No, the screen shared. I mean, sir, I'm asking you to please go back to the page that you wrote the rough text.
Okay. This part you mean?
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
To be clear, because of the font.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, Abdurrahman, most welcome. So here again, some descriptive words that you can use. I'll display also some more descriptive words later in this session, inshallah. So you can describe the film is gripping, fast-paced, second-rate, eye-opening, irreversible. Okay, and there are, you can say exciting. Here you can say suspenseful. You can say disappointing. You can say impressive. You can say informative. Okay, and other descriptive words. So this is what I meant to use in the introduction. So be sure that you use descriptive words in your introduction. Let's read this Introduction. Here are two different ways of introductions written in a strong way by two different students, okay, of our students. So the first example used a rhetorical question, and the second example used a general statement. Yara, can you read?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yes, read.
First one?
Yes, no, are you looking for?
Okay. Are you looking for a book that provides you with some insight into human nature and how social relations affect each other? Well, George Orwell's Animal Farm book is the most George's choice.
Yes.
It was written in 1945 and considered on the masterpieces in the political and social life.
Thank you. Look at the details that are written here. What details we provided here? Number one, are you looking for? This is what? Rhetorical question. Okay. If you looked at the rhetorical question, as we regularly said, this is a long rhetorical question, used attractive language or attractive words for it. It said, are you looking for a book that provides you with some insight into human nature and how social relations affect each other? Until now, he didn't tell me any information about the book. So this is a question just as what in Robert. Okay. Look at the background information he mentioned here. Well, George Orwell's Animal Farm. Look at this line. This line includes the name of the author, George Orwell, and the name of the book, which is Animal Farm. Okay. So George Orwell's Animal Farm book is the most gorgeous choice. This is what an adjective to be descriptive, as we mentioned. So he used here the word gorgeous choice. And he told me the date of publishing, which is 1945. Okay, he separated the name of the author, the name of the book with what? With a descriptive sentence, and this is what I meant by be descriptive. I said here, this is the best, gorgeous choice. What I mean here, don't write Animal Farm is written by George, sorry for not capitalization, okay, George Orwell in 1945. Here you wrote all details following each other as if they are in a list, okay? But separate each information by a great descriptive words, okay? Let's do the capitalization. Yes, here he said, and considered. Now we need to identify what is the kind of the book. It's not yet mentioned, and he didn't say also in a direct way the book is political book. Okay? Political book. He didn't say that. But he mentioned that in a strong way by saying the book is considered as one, sorry, this word is one of the masterpieces. Masterpieces is a good way to describe any literary work, like a book, a film, a play, a poem. Anything that is published can be considered as masterpiece in the political and social life. So here we could identify that this kind of the book is what? Both political and social. Okay? I wish to see some strong introduction similar to this one. Let's read the second introduction, which used the general statement, not the rhetorical question. Yara Tariq, read.
If you are passionate about something that you would sacrifice your very best years for, so the film Mandela, Striving for Freedom, we dive deep into who he was and how he changed a whole country. The book was released in 2013, tells the amazing story of an even more extraordinary man.
Okay, thank you. The details mentioned here, he started by a descriptive word, which is passionate about. Okay, the word sacrifice is an emotional word that affects the reader's impression. When you read the word sacrifice, you think that this work or this masterpiece deserves to be read. Okay, so it creates some interest to keep you grabbed into reading this book or watching this film. So here he said, if you are so passionate about something that you would sacrifice your very best years for, so the film Mandela, Striving for Freedom. We dive deeply, this is deeply, into who he was and how he changed the whole country. The film was released, so here is the date of release, and we could identify here what kind of film it is. Somebody is striving for freedom, so this is an adventurous book, released in 2013. Tells the amazing story of an even more extraordinary man. So he used also what here? The word extraordinary as a descriptive word. So to be descriptive, try as possible to describe the basic nouns in the paragraph. Okay, so what are the basic nouns I mean here? For instance, here he described the word choice as gorgeous, and he used the word passionate. Okay, and he used also here striving for freedom. What is the third? Yes, here, extraordinary man. So instead of saying a strong man, an adventurous man, extraordinary is much stronger. Okay, I hope that now you are able to write your introduction in a strong way. Any question about how to write the introduction?